Hello friends, welcome back to our channel. Are you a chess lover? If yes, then this video is for you, which you have been waiting for long time ago. The game and the best game in which Mikhail Tal played with RASHID NEZHMEDINOV, the chess grandmaster at those times. So Mikhail Tal lost at this game, so I just wanted to share you with this game because it was also considered to be as Mikhail Tal's toughest opponent ever in the world history. So without wasting the time, I'm just getting on to the video. So let's start with the video. So Rashid was playing with white pieces and Mikhail Tal was playing with black pieces. Alright, so let's get started. Rashid started off with e4, the king's gambit, c5, knight f3, d6, d4, throwing the attack on the pawn. Pawn captures, knight f6, drawing an attack on this pawn. Rashid defends it with knight c3, e6, controlling the center. Bishop e2, just giving time to castling. Then comes a6, uh, freeing up the squares for the rook move. As expected, castle. Queen c7 comes in this side. f4, preventing this pawn to come to this side. So slightly, but it weakens these squares. So that was not the move Mikhail played. So started off with knight d7. Then comes one of the aggressive moves of this game, pawn to g4. He, Rashid said, I'm not gonna care of my king's safety. If you want to attack my king, attack. It will be challenging for me. Mikhail Tal said, okay, if you want that itself, then we will start off with that. He started to attack the center pawn. So he played pawn to b5, just releasing this diagonal for the bishop so that the bishop can move. Then comes pawn a3. Then, as expected, bishop b7, throwing an attack on this e4 pawn. No, no, Rashi defends it with bishop f3, but he didn't want to give up the pawn. He started with knight c5. Then Rashid went off with the super moves of this game, queen e2. But instead of playing queen e2, maybe he could have played rook e1. That would have released this rook from such a crowded diagram. So that could have been one of the best moves, but he didn't went for that. He went on for directly queen e2, and that was played in the game. So Mikhail was shocked with the move, but he wanted to defend that again. He wanted to attack that again. Went on for e5, knight f5. He didn't want to do that. g6, attacking the knight, and comes one of the next aggressive moves, pawn captures. At throwing an attack on this knight. Now again the pawn captures. Knight h6. Mostly we say this knights and all in the corner, it would dim the light of the knight, but it plays a very major role in this position. Now this knight prevents this king to castle in on the king's side because of this knight. And the rook is also seems to be a little passive in this position because it prevents this rook from entering the square, and this square it is not a bishop to move like this and all, and his pawn is also turning here. So now the rook is trapped entirely. So he has to defend his rook. So he went for knight e6, throwing an attack. Went on for bishop g2, getting back this bishop. Then comes bishop g7 and another aggressive. He didn't want it to go on for that attack then very fastly, but he wanted to just defend it a little slower. So he went on for that. And also there's a discovered attack on the knight, so probably that was the one reason for the bishop to defend this. So next comes an aggressive move and the most wonderful move of this game. Most of the commentators who were sitting there were shocked to see this move. He went on for the bright and this wonderful move, Rook captures on f6. Mikhail Tal didn't understood his trap and he went for bishop f6. But when this knight was there, it played a very major role in protecting this pawn. So he could not give a sudden attack on this queen. But after this knight is gone, now he could give a straightforwardly attack to the queen. So that was one of his idea, and he went for the correct moves. Rook captures, bishop captures, then knight to d5, forking both the queen and the knight and the bishop. So only way to defend both is queen d8, and we went for that. Maybe one more move could be pawn e7. Sorry, queen e7 most of the thing, but that's not a logical move because the knight could still capture. So that's not a logical move. So queen d8 is the only option left with him. And then comes queen f2 attacking this bishop. So now comes knight f4 defending. Then comes bishop f4 attacking. Pawn captures. Then comes pawn to e5 attacking this bishop very badly. However, there is no defender for this also, so there's a case of risk coming to the square. But this is Rashid, who was one of the grandmasters of the time. So we don't know what was his plan, however. So he went on for the move. Mikhail Tal captured bishop to e5, rook e1 throwing a pin on the bishop to the king. Now the king also can't go for castling because of this knight. So he should move to, like, he should remember like that itself. Pawn to f6, giving an attack if the bishop comes, then if the rook attacks the bishop, then we can straightforwardly give attack. So that was one of his idea. But next comes the move which we were waiting for, knight f6. This entirely changed and it is a check. So the only option left with him is queen capture. Then comes queen d4, pinning. But here the bishop can't capture also because of the spin. So bishop is very badly affected. So we go on for king f8, releasing the pin, but it's too late. Rook e5 attacking the bishop, and the queen also can't capture because the queen is defending, and this is a pawn. But still, black bishop could attack this white bishop, and that could lead to a very nice portion of it. But he didn't want for that. He went on for queen d8, giving an exchange of queens. Why did he want that to accept? He just went on for a beautiful checkmate. Rook to f5 check. He blocked it with his pawn, or he captured it also, we can say. Then comes the next checkmate, queen to h8 check, capturing the rook. Here, everything is equal only because rook capture. Instead of capturing the pawn, we could have straightforwardly moved in capturing the rook. So, 5 point, we got it. Then comes king e7, then goes queen g7 and another check, and king e6. Then comes the last move of the coffin, that's pawn to f5 and a check. Now Mikhail Tal understood that he can't play any more moves because that could lead to some problems. Let's assume one by one everything. Let's see this square first. This square he can't move, this whole rank he can't go. Moreover, he is only left with one, two, three, four squares. Let's see all the four squares. If it goes here, then we will hit a beautiful fork by playing knight to h7, and that's a fork. Therefore, he decided not to move to the square. So let's look at these three squares. These two squares are already controlled by the queen, so it doesn't take very much matter. And this square is controlled by the bishop, and that's the last hit on the coffee knight in this square. So maybe Mikhail Tal could have started with some moves like this, but that's still can't still go on for that because the king is under attack under the pawn. under the pond, so he can't go for that. So therefore, this was the last moment to go in, and it's game over. So if you enjoyed this video, then hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. If you have watched until now, until this move, then you would have surely liked it. So don't forget to like that button and hit the subscribe button for encouraging and giving us motivation to make like this more and more videos. So if you have watched until now here, then you would have surely liked this video. Then like this video and it gives us a motivation to us. Meet you again in a new video in our channel within the time. Bye and meet you in the next video.